Right, here we have another little project. I say little project, depending how big it gets, but what I think is a Micro Plus, not sure the year, and the reason I say it's a Micro Plus I think is because it's funny little rear porthole it's got, and where the cabin steps out at the back is quite unique to Micro Plus, but I'm sure some people might tell me different. And it has a little hatch on top, like a funny little square, like Houdini hatch on top, which is quite unique to them. But anyway, it's a 17 foot approximately, and what I intend to do is cut the cabin down and give it a bigger aft deck space, like more of a fishing boat. And I've marked up on here where I want to cut it, so I'm going to cut up that line there at the top. I'm going to cut through there, take the window out, cut through there and continue that line across. So that should give me an additional, and plus I want to take the helm position, like the steering inside, because it's quite tall in there. So hopefully that will give me an additional sort of like metre, 1200 of deck space for fishing. So inside, it's got no engine at the moment. I'm going to repower it, not sure what with yet. It did have 70 horsepower on the back, but I'm going to seal the floor down and fiberglass all that in, and as I say, take all that bulkhead out and then put the steering. I think maybe I'll change it to the right hand side. I don't know why, I just like being the right hand side, or if it's too much complication then I'll just move it down to the left, but I'll take it inside the cabin. And I'll go with the come back to you and take you through the process of doing it. So first I'm going to drill out the rivets and take the windows out, and then I'm going to try cutting the fiberglass and seeing what's best. At the moment I think I might just use a cutting wheel, might go to a reciprocating saw, or possibly multi-tool, but I'm going to try first with like a grinder. I'll come back to you anyway. Right, the weapon of choice today is a 4.5 inch angle grinder, and I'm using a diamond normal, I don't know, it's 1.5, 2 mil, whatever, diamond wheel. It's used for masonry, but the only reason I didn't go for like a stone carbide wheel was they clog up a bit thick, and I wanted something a bit more meat to cut through. So this actually works perfect, doesn't clog, doesn't back up, and as you say, it cuts through nicely. It's probably, I don't know what the layup is on that, probably about 3.5, 4 mil layup. And yeah, so I cut down there, obviously took the window out, and I cut across through there. So I'm going to take the screen out, and I'm going to go inside and start cutting the bulkhead out. And I might get a camera, set camera up so you can see me cut through it, but it does cut through really easy. Literally it cut through in about 5 minutes. I've cut that, so I'll come back to you in a bit more. Right, covered in dust and shit, but I wore a mask, so hopefully none of it's gone on my lungs. But cut one side off, I've cut the roof off actually, and just got the one side of the sort of console, not console, sort of panel up on that side left. But I took all the floor up. It's a bit of a weird layout really, like, but I've never come across one of these before. But there was like a fiberglass sort of tray and then there was wood in the middle of it, and someone had over applied it with I think it was 25mm ply, but it weighed an absolute ton. So I think I'm going to cut the roof back some more. I wanted to try and keep the same profile as them windows, but I think I'm going to try and go straight up, and it'll give me another probably, I don't know, 12 inches of standing room to fish from the front. So I'll come back to you a bit on the cutting side on the roof, but that's the hole there. That's what I've cut off the roof. And as I say, what I think I'm going to have to do with the floor is make some stringers up and then fiberglass them in the floor, and then put I think I'll seal the floor in. Just make sure I leave some holes in there so any water does get underneath it can get down to the back. But I'm going to yeah, close the floor right in. I don't really want to trap. I don't like traps. They just it's hard to keep watertight, and I don't really have that much stuff I need to store underneath anyway. So yeah, I'm going to put some stringers in there, probably about 4 stringers in there, glass them into the floor, and then I'm going to put some like uprights in the side to what they call them, ribs, is it, in the side bit. So I'm going to fiberglass them in, cut them in the profile of the side. I would go up underneath. I'm going to glass them into the side of the boat, the hull, and sort of underneath the bit where you walk along the side, and also then I'll fiberglass it to the floor. So that will just strengthen it all up. I'll probably put sort of 3 down there, and I might carve them out so I can use them for storing either rods or like a boat hook or a gaff or something like that, or a keep net. At least I can utilise the space there. So I'll put, say, 3 in there, and then I'll just cut some sort of U bits out of there so I can drop rods in there or whatever I want to do in there. But it's giving me a nice bit of space there. I think I'm going to have about 8 foot. The sun's not very good with the shadow, but yeah, by the time the floor's down, I'm going to have about 8 foot of fishing platform. So just spin around this side, and yeah, it does cut back a bit, so I think I'm going to go probably on the roof. I'm going to cut back probably about there. It's probably about, I don't know, 35 inches, 40 inches back, and then it'll probably be just level from that sort of seat base, and I come straight up. Even if I have to notch the roof out a little bit and leave the sides, then at least I can stand in there, and I've got, say, more platform, and I can get a seat in here then, and I can drive from it, and I can swivel it around, and it'll give me a nice fishing platform. And when we land free willy, like, you know, a 20-foot reef shark or something like that, we have plenty of space in there. But anyway, so that's what I'm aiming for. I'm gonna have to fill these sides in where the windows are, and then continue this rail across, and I can finish all that up anyway. But I'll just take a picture from the outside so you can see what it looks like, and I'll be able to see myself. I haven't looked yet, so you'll be with me on the journey.